So this is an explanation video of a recent trade that I took in Bitcoin, whose screenshot I have shared it on Instagram. Let me just explain it to you guys where I have planned my entries, placed my SL, and also planned my profits. So let's get into the video. So over here in Bitcoin, this is a daily time frame chart. So what has happened? I saw Bitcoin was taking continuous rejections from around this level. This is a 67,000 level. So what has happened? Let me just mark it. Okay. So Bitcoin has taken a rejection around here, and also around here. So there is no way around this level that I will be planning for a long trade. So my plan of action was basic simple, that it was going to be a short trade. So what I basically planned is I will look for selling rather than buying. So what has happened after Bitcoin took a good rejection from here, it went up, then again went down with a price action. It came down, went up, and again went down with a price action. So what I basically was seeing that around over here, around this candle, around this candle. So it went down, went up with a price action, again went down. So this was a price action confirmation that it was bearish. So by no chance I will be going long in Bitcoin. So what I saw is this candle. I marked my round levels around here. It was the 65,000 level, round level. So from where I anticipated that it might take a rejection over from here, and Bitcoin might give me a good 1500 to 2000 to 2500 point rally on the downside. So what has happened? So this was basically I took a trade on the 30th of July, on this candle. So if I get into it, if this is a 15-minute time frame. Yeah. So what has happened over here in the 65,000 level. So it has previously been taken a huge fall, has already been done from around this point. So what I expected was, if Bitcoin again creeps up to this level around the 65,000 level, then I will go short immediately if there is a negative price action. So what I saw, my first trade was around here, around this level. So as I saw that Bitcoin was creeping up to this level, even though it was the buying candles were very good candles. If you have a look at the buying candles from around here, the buying candles were huge. The buying candles were rather very convincing that it was going to go on the upside. But my direction was very clear that Bitcoin is negative right now and I will go on short. I will plan a short trade. So what I saw was this candle. As soon as I saw that this candle could not break out of the 65,000 level mark. So what I did was I waited for this low to break. Okay. Okay. So what I did was I waited for this low to break. After it went up, pulled back, and after it tried again to go upside, so it failed over here. And as soon as it broke down of this level of this low, I shorted Bitcoin, kept my SL right over here, and decided that I will book, and I decided that I will plan at least 2000 to 2500 point move. But what has happened? Okay. Okay. So what has happened? After I took an entry right over here, it went sideways, and eventually what it did, it hit my SL, grabbed my SL was around here. It hit my SL, it grabbed all the liquidity that was around this level and started to fall. First it grabbed liquidity, then it started to fall. So let me just explain you where I re-entered, and this is very crucial. So this is in the 15 minutes time frame, and now I'm going to be explaining you in the 5 minutes time frame. So yes, over here, this again might convince many people or many beginners to buy Bitcoin right over here. But my direction was very clear. I'm not saying that I am supreme or I will whatever I think of market will act accordingly. But I have made a plan. I have analyzed the market. I have made a plan and I will trade my plan. If Bitcoin would have continued from over here, I would have left the market. I would not have gone long. But rather, when it started to go down, right over this mark, after after it after it took out the majority of the essence and after it grabbed liquidity from the market, what has happened? It made a it started to go downside again. And what I saw over here was again, this was a 65,000 level mark, mind you, and as soon as it reached over here, it started to make low. It started to make lows and with price action. This is where, and this is when, as soon as the price action was confirmed, I still did not enter because it was right around the top, and I need more convincing, and I need more proofs that yes, it will now go on the downside. So what has happened? When the market when this buying pressure was absorbed, at least 50% of this candle was covered, then I planned my trade, then I took up a trade. So my entry was right around this level and I kept my stop loss around here, around the 65,000 level bar. So from my entry, so basically from my entry, which was around here, I kept a stop loss around 200 point SL. My what I saw was this. Yeah, right around here. Yes. So what I saw after it went into my direction, after grabbing all the liquidity from around here, it started going down, down on the downside with great volumes, with great volume candles. And what has happened after this low was made? It went into consolidation, and right after and after a huge consolidation right over here, it again started to fall. But what has happened right after breaking this low, Bitcoin again reversed so sharply that I had to exit over here. Just let me explain it to you. Yes, after this low was made, it reversed and it consolidated. What my expectation was that it would continue with the rally, and it did. As a matter of fact, it did. But as soon as it touched this low with this wick, it made a good wick around here, which indicated me that yes, this is an area where Bitcoin can reverse, but it reversed so sharply that my trailing SL, which was somewhere around here, it got hit. I had booked my partial targets somewhere around here and kept my trailing SL. I booked some of my quantities over here. I kept my trailing after I saw this, and it made a consolidation. And as soon as it broke out of this I consolidation, I placed my SL somewhere around here, and it started to move. But it moved against my position so aggressively that I got stopped out by my trailing SL. So this happens, but my targets were much more beyond this. I was almost planning. If you can see, I was almost planning. My entry was around here, and I was planning my targets at least around this level, at least 61,600 or 61,500 levels, because these levels have been tried and tested. So I was thinking that these levels will not hold much more significance, and yes, it can Bitcoin can have can go much more further, but it reversed quite sharply, and I had to exit my positions. My trading SL was hit, and that's it. It happens, and but it happens. So basically, we need to have SLs planned in advance. So we cannot just go, as far as it is concerned for me, Bitcoin has a tendency to hit our SLs first, then it will uh, go to our targets. So this is where the game is. This is where the tricky part is. We need to have our SLs planned. We need to plan our trades. In our planning, we need to have a set of SLs that we will be willing to give to the market to test out whether I am right or wrong. So let's say I have planned a 5 SLs over here, and I will manage it accordingly. I will divide all my SLs with money management and risk management. So this is where the difference is, because Bitcoin has a tendency of first hitting our SL by grabbing liquidity and then moving to our targets. So yep, that's it. These were my the last trade that I took in Bitcoin. I have explained to you guys my entries, exits, and my stop losses over here, and where I got stopped out basically. So yeah, that's it. Let's see you in the next video.